But see, the problem is that's an egregious mistake, actually, and an egregious mistake can result in clinical failure. So I'm gonna say you failed clinical. And I was like, okay. And she's like, so you know, a failed clinical means you failed the program, because you can't clinically fail and then still pass the program. So you failed clinical, so you failed the program. So you're out. And I was like, but if I had to do the LPN program, would I at least get to skip any semesters for being on my last semester of the RN program? Fast forward. Fall 2023. Let's go. Final semester for real this time. This is a whole nother story, honestly, in itself. Now we're getting into fall 2023. This semester I was ready. I honestly was ready for May 10th to retake everything and restart the whole semester and everything. And now summer was over. I was like, okay, time to get into school mode. Like, I was serious this time. And you guys really didn't hear from me at all during any of this, because it didn't feel right. Like, it didn't feel right to film. It didn't feel right to talk about school. I didn't feel right to do anything, just because, like, not so much that I was embarrassed, but more that the story's not even finished yet. I don't know what's gonna happen. If I don't pass this semester, I can't come back. Like, I have to wait 5 years to reapply to the program if I didn't pass, right? Everything just felt so much realer. And when I first started vlogging school and everything, it just felt so fun. And it felt like, oh, just telling my experience and all this stuff. And then I started like getting paranoid, thanks to my mother. But she's like more of a private person than I am. I, share everything online. And she was like, oh, like this time, like don't tell your business. Don't be telling your business online. People be putting the evil eye on you. And I'm like, that is true. That is true. People do that. I believe in that very much so. But I don't know if that had anything to do with what happened last semester. I think that was just more, like I said, a me thing and a God's plan kind of thing. Like, no matter what I did, I wasn't ready to graduate. His plan was for me to start my business because that's what I wanted. That's what I prayed for. So when you pray for things, you got to be prepared for how they have to come to you. So you want a business? I'll give you a business, but you're going to have to sacrifice graduating. That's a trade-off. So, irresponsible. I didn't deserve it. I just, you know what I mean? So this time, all my fucking P's and Q's, my business is started, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to have my business up and running before I started the next semester, because I was like, alright, I don't want to be fucking with business stuff. I just want to focus on school. I want to have this shit running itself, basically. I could do a post here and there, but I don't need to sit here and edit description titles and post things, you know what I mean? Like, everything's done. You place the order, I can ship it out, but that's basically all I'm doing. I'm not making no new products. I'm not doing anything crazy. Everything's just set up already, and if there's orders come in, I can ship them out and move on my life. So that's how I wanted it. I just wanted everything to be automated by the time I started back up school. And I did that. So I had everything handled. It was great. Ew, what the fuck? Guys, this is the brow lift from e.l.f. Is it supposed to look like this? Why the fuck is it so... Ew, what? This looks like a petri dish. Shall I open it? Dare I? If she doesn't look that bad on top. It just looks like dried up edge control, but this is garbage. Oh my god. Well, that's not the garbage, but yes. I have to throw in, because I wrote it down here, Hector, amazing throughout this whole time. He was my fucking rock. Without him, I don't know what I would have done. Like, literally, guys, get you a good person, whether that's a BFF, whether that's your man, whether that's your girl, I don't care. Get you somebody that cares about you, that you could talk about, that can pull you out of your deepest, darkest, disgustingest place. Because when I tell you, I really had no will to do anything. He was dragging me out the house to do things, like to go out, take me on dates I didn't want to go on. Cause he was like, please, let's just go. Like, you're always in your room. You're always working on the business stuff. Like, let's do something. And I'm like, for what? And it was the summer. Like, the summer, you're supposed to be out. You're supposed to be going to the beach, chilling. And I was poor too, so that was not fun as well. Cause I was poor before this. I budgeted my money to where when I quit my job, I had enough money to get me through a semester and then get my job and then, be fine. But I didn't budget for me to fail. And then, you know what I mean? So it was just kind of like, I was poor. And then I stopped making YouTube videos. So YouTube wasn't even sending me my little $100 check. I was like, damn, not getting shit. And yeah, so then I couldn't even afford to go on a little vacation, which I wanted to. And I was putting all the little money that I did have into my business, like just shoveling it. And when I tell you, I spent like probably $4,000 to start my business. Literally I spent about that much. Yeah, it was just a lot. And that's like obviously like the actual final product, about, you know, the stuff that makes up that final product, and then all the testing stuff, and then all the machines and materials. And then I redid that whole room. That was my old room. I redid that whole thing, painted it, bought like a fucking bookshelf, table. Like, it was just a lot. Yeah, so I had no excess money. I had no money to do anything fun. And yeah, it was just a real sad time, but Hector made it so much better. He did. He helped me get through. Oh my gosh, this broke. Oh my, I just broke it. Y'all saw that? I said this broke as I'm breaking it because it's bent up. I'm trying to straighten it out. Look at this. What the fuck? Why is it bent? All my makeup is so janky. Like, I need to just throw out half of this shit. But anyway, so back to the story. The semester started, and honestly, this is just a whole new vibe that I was not really looking forward to, just because it's, you know, the ninth program is their last semester. Oh my god, so exciting. Same way my program felt, you know, like, oh my god, we're almost there, guys, da da da. You know, you hear everybody say that, which is so fun. Like, oh my god, we're almost there. You know, the shit everyone says when they're about to graduate. So exciting. At this point, I'm sick of hearing that shit, and I really didn't want to hear it at all, because I heard it all before and nothing happened. I actually didn't graduate, so like, I feel scammed at this point. So I was like, shut the fuck up. And especially hearing it from my teacher, especially hearing it from the same exact teacher who failed me the first time. I failed me. Let's be for real. Let's not. I'm not putting blame on her. I failed me, but she could have found 4 points. I'm just saying she could have found 2 questions. But regardless, from hearing it from her mouth again the second time, so annoying. Anyway, you guys are almost there. Like, she had a little southern accent, so that's how she talked. It was so annoying, and I just really had to push through and be like, Tiani, just, it's okay, we'll get through, we'll, you know, we'll do it, we'll figure it out. Like, right, we'll just push through. We know what we have to do. We're gonna go hard on these tests, and we're gonna body this semester, right? So it started off fine. Everything was cool. I had a new clinical teacher, which I was tight about, because my old clinical teacher from the last semester was the coolest. She didn't care about really the care plan. She let us leave early. She was chill as fuck. She would cancel clinical. She was great. Excellent. Like, perfect last semester clinical teacher. Like, mwah, chef's kiss. Couldn't ask for a better teacher. And then I was like, damn, now I gotta freaking go through one of the square ass teachers that's gonna be like, oh no, we have to leave at 5:30. We can't leave before that, because they're gonna, what if they find out? I'm not in the mood for a scary ass teacher, right? Like, girl, let us leave. Nobody stays in clinical as long as it says it's supposed to be. Like, only the scary teachers do that. Just so we're clear. I was nervous about that, but I ended up getting a cool teacher. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, we're good. Oh, look, a little highlight. Throwback, right? Why not? So I ended up getting a cool teacher, and I was like, oh, okay, good. So good news, we got a cool teacher. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, she seemed lit. She actually graduated from our school, and she was real cool. Third week comes into the semester, so like the third week, the first month of the semester, and you know, this is our first time actually being on the floor. We were supposed to be on the floor, obviously, from the first day, but she was cool, like I said. So we wasn't. we toured the unit, and we left, and like, stuff like that. But this is our first time being on the floor, and she's like, all right, we got to see some patients. And we was like, ah, fine. So now we're looking at patients, and she's like, okay, cool. So I'll, you know, come into the rooms with you guys when you go. So we had to like go see our patients one-on-one, and then she would meet up with us in there just to, you know, see how we assess them and stuff. This is the fun part, guys. This is the funny part. So what happened was that my turn came up, right? So we'd all meet up with our patients and stuff, etc., etc. Then she would go one by one to each of our patients' room and see how we talk to them, assess them, whatever. So my turn came up, and she came to see how I assessed my patient. She was like, okay, Tiani, let's just go listen to your patient's lungs real quick. And I'm like, oh, okay, listen to her lungs, sure. I go listen, I put my stethoscope in, and mind you, like I said, this is my first time back on the clinical site. This is my first time back on the floor, right? In how many months? 4 months? Yeah, so we're back on the, you know, like, I gotta get back into it. Okay, cool. And to be clear, at this point in the semester, at this point in my program, we don't have any labs, right? So we're just doing class and clinical. No labs, no practicing our skills. That comes into play later, right? So last time I did a health assessment, like a full body health assessment, fundamentals, yeah. In our labs, we learned skills such as, we learned catheter, we learned how to do IM, sub-Q shots, stuff like that. And that was MedSurg 1. That was the last time we had a lab. We haven't had a lab since then. So, forgive me if I'm a little rusty. plus haven't had a clinical in 4 months. So, right, okay, forgive me. But she was like, okay, let's go listen to your patient's lungs. Now, I was like, okay, listen to his lungs. Something chill. And she's chill. So, okay, cool, I could do that. Let's just listen to her lungs. Put the stethoscope in. She turns around. She leans over a little bit. I can get access. I said, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds nice and clear. She was like, that's how you do a respiratory assessment? And I was like, oh, she's using the big word, respiratory assessment. Okay, nursing students, right? No, that's not how you do a respiratory assessment. A full respiratory assessment? No, absolutely not. No, I know a respiratory assessment. I just feel like the way you said let's listen to the lungs was a little lax, but it's fine. Respiratory assessment, I got you though. No, you gotta and then go to the sides on the back. Yeah, and then we could do the, timpani assessment and percussion, and we could do all that. And girl, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, for sure. She was like, oh, okay. So then I listened to it, and she was like, okay, so what do you hear? I'm like, okay, you got me. I hear crackles at the very bottom, which is a little scary because I could have missed that. And she was like, right, exactly. And that's why you need to always listen to the lungs all the way to the bottom, because if a patient's having any type of respiratory problems, it's going to start at the bottom and work its way up. So you can't just listen to the top, you have to listen to the bottom lobes as well. And I was like, you're right. Okay, I'll never forget that. Like, I'll literally never forget that. Okay, thank you so much for teaching me that, because like, come on, for real. So that was the end of that. That was the end of that. So then we went outside. She started quizzing us on medications, like, all of us as students, and blah blah blah. And then we left. It was chill. So later that night, I got a little phone call from her, from my clinical instructor, and she was like, hey, the dean, did I give her a fake name yet? I still can call her by her real name, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't need anybody suing me. The dean, let's call her Kalandra. The dean Kalandra and your teacher want to meet with you, and they're gonna meet with you and the 2 other students who are repeating the semester, and they just want to talk about, like, changes you guys are gonna make and how you're gonna be successful this semester and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever, sounds great. So yeah, just go tomorrow before your lecture. I'm like, alright, cool. So tomorrow before my lecture, I go and I see the 2 other girls there, and it was one black girl and one white girl, and they're both in my cohort as well. And we're all waiting, and we're like, okay, cool. Like she said, it's just a simple little talk, a little chit chat. And we get there, and they call the white girl in first, right? So I was like, okay. She goes in, she comes out maybe like 10 minutes later. She's like, yeah, it's all good. I was like, how'd it go? She's like, it's fine, it's all good, nothing too crazy in there, I'll see you in class. And I was like, okay, cool. She was like, Tiana, and my teacher always called me Tiana. She's like, Tiana, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I go in there, and she's like, is it Tiana or Tiani? And I'm like, it's Tiani. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll try to get that right, because I feel like I always messed it up. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's fine though. She's like, I'll work on it. So then I sit down, and Kalandra was like, hey girl, so I thought she was gonna start with like, oh, tell me about the semester, blah blah blah, whatever. This is the first time I'm seeing her since. She was like, ain't no way I'm letting you graduate, baby girl. So this is like, okay, hey girl, I'm back, and I'm gonna try better this time, and I already have a whole plan on how I'm gonna do better, and I'm excited to tell you about it, because I really have a whole plan. And also, I want to add in that the day before, which was also the clinical day, my clinical teacher also pulled me aside and was like, hey, before I did the whole respiratory assessment thing, she pulled me aside and she pulled the other 2 girls aside, which is why I thought it made sense that they're gonna start talking to us, because they was already going hard, clearly. She pulled me aside and was like, hey, so I need you to do your VSIMs. Do the VSIM that's due next week. It's due next week, but she wanted me to do it now. And I need you to do your prep use. That's due next week. And I'm like, okay, I've been studying. Because she was like, why haven't you done them? And I'm like, well, I've been studying. They're not due till next week. And she's like, yeah, but you're supposed to be doing them. I get, like, okay, I'll do them, but like they're not due till next week. But okay, I'll do them. Like, fine. So then she's like, yeah, because they're just, since this is your second time taking class, they're really watching you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Heard you. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be such a big deal. It's just busy work at the end of the day. But I hear you. So as soon as I went home, I did all the VSIMs for the entire semester. There's 4 VSIMs, and it's supposed to be every unit you do one, but I just finished them all because I answers because I took this class already. So I did all V-Sims. The prep U's, I literally unfortunately can't just have the answers for that. You have to just actually spend the time and do it, which I did as well. And I finished all the prep U's for the rest of the semester. So I'm like, all right, they're all done. So now no one can tell me anything about that because I figured that that's what they were going to tell me about tomorrow. Yeah, so like I started some of them and then I got the call and I was like, I definitely need to finish tonight because I don't want anyone saying anything tomorrow about how they're not done, blah blah blah. So then I finished them and I went to the meeting like, yeah, I finished all my shit, like they can't say shit to me. And yeah, so now I'm in the meeting and I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, okay, so I hear you were late to clinical. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess if you want to say I was late, like what happened was I got to clinical, right? I got there at 8:57. Started at 9. But I went to the wrong side of the building. So we usually met in a meeting room and I knocked on the door for the meeting room. I called my clinical teacher and she was like, we're on the unit. I was like, oh, okay. I'm at the meeting room, so I'll meet you at the unit. So yeah, meet us on the unit. 8:57, right? So we supposed to be there by 9. 8:57. So I had to get back in my car, drive around the building, and then walk through the building, go up to the unit. Because usually we'd start at the meeting room, but today she said meet on the unit, but I didn't see that text. So I was late. I got there probably 9:04 on the unit. So yeah, I was late. So I explained that to her. I said, okay, yeah, I was late. I went to the wrong spot. Sorry. And she was like, yeah, no, but I hear you're late everywhere. And I'm like, late everywhere? What is this really about? Because why are we even talking about this? Aren't you want to talk to me about, okay, maybe she want to just talk about straightening up my shit, I guess, get my shit together. I'm like, I guess so. I was like, not really. But she's like, oh yeah, because I heard you walking in late to class too. I'm like, guys, you know me, I be a little late, but like, you'd be like, if the class started at 9, I'm there 9:02, 9:03. Like, relax. And late, like, I consider late like 9:15. Like, you know, you knee deep into the lecture and I'm here walking in. Like, you know, I'm like, you didn't even pull it up yet. You still talking. You still talking to the 2 people in front of you. Like, come on, girl. I'm not late. Late's interesting. Late's an interesting problem to bring up. That's what I'm saying. Because people be actually late. And then you're talking to me about whatever. Yeah, I'm a few minutes late. Sure. Okay. I guess so. I'm sorry. What is this about? Then she was like, and I heard you did a respiratory assessment on a patient yesterday. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, and I heard you didn't complete it, you know, correctly. And I was like, okay. Like, girl, when I tell you I already forgot about that, not meaning like I didn't take it seriously, but I forgot about it, meaning like, why? That wasn't even a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I was like, oh, yeah. There was a patient and then she said, can you listen to the patient's lungs? And I just thought it was like a real chill thing, but it wasn't. It was a real, like a respiratory, like a lung assessment. And I didn't realize that at first, but then she asked me, she was like, that's how you do a lung assessment? I was like, oh no, and then I fixed it. And then she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what she told us. But see, the problem is that's an egregious mistake, actually, and an egregious mistake can result in clinical failure. So I'm gonna say you failed clinical. And I was like, okay. And she's like, so you know a failed clinical means you failed the program because you can't clinically fail and then still pass the program. So you failed the clinical, so you failed the program. So you're out. And I was like, wait, excuse me? Run that back? What? Wait, hold on. You mean I failed for the day? She's like, no, you failed clinical, period. That's an egregious mistake. That's a ridiculous, like, you cannot make a mistake like that. Good night. What the fuck is she talking to me? You cannot make a mistake like that, being this deep into the program. Like, as a 4th semester nursing student, no, ma'am. I was like, wait, no, because I can't fail. Well, hold on, because if you can't fail me because this is my 2nd time taking this class, and if you fail me, that means I can't reapply for 5 years. And she was like, right. This is Kalandra. This is the same bitch from who was like, no, sweetie, you won't be able to walk at graduation. No, you won't be able to even go. The same bitch. So I'm like, wait, and yes, she is. And I'm like, wait, no, whoa. This wasn't even like a real thing. Like, this is like, I understand that I made a mistake. And this conversation went on and on. I understand that I made a mistake, but I'm a student and I don't think I should, like, I mean, I should fail for the semester. It's the third week of school. I didn't even take a test yet. How do I fail I've never failed a clinical. I've never had a problem with clinical. I've never had any instructors say I had a problem with clinical. It's my first day back on the floor. Like, I was like, I'm a little rusty, but like, she's like, you should be brushing up on these skills every single day. Bitch, shut up. You know damn well, ain't nobody fucking brushing up no fucking clinical skills every single day. She was like, yeah, you should have been doing that every day, honestly. You should be, you're responsible for that. Okay, I'm sorry. And I learned my lesson. I will never do that again. I know that. I understand. But like, kick me out is a little harsh. It's a little much. A clinical failure for the day, okay. But kicking me out was crazy. Girl, she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, there's nothing I can do, you're out, sorry. And my teacher, the one that, oh, you guys are gonna pass and I can't wait, yeah, blah 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 blah, she gave me so much words of encouragement the last semester. She's over here like, yeah, you're out. And you was, yeah, and I saw you walking in late. Yep, you was late to my class. I was like, girl, it really be the ones that you think like you. And she was also, just to be clear, they don't give a fuck. I was like, guys, and mind you, I never had any problems in this program, never had any problems at school, never wrote no letter to no anybody, never asked for any special treatment, nothing. I never said nothing. When I tell you, like, I literally just went to class, did my thing, took my tests, moved on to the next semester, and that's it. Like, I never gave no trouble, never stood out, nothing. Just, I felt like I was just being targeted here for no reason. I was crying. I was trying not to, but I started crying. And I felt like it was all over again, what was going on in the office, when I was like, please, like, that day I wasn't crying. The day I was like, oh, like, you know, I got a 96 on the thing, and da-da-da. She was like, I don't give a fuck. And then I was just like, okay, fair. And yeah, then I left and then I started crying. But I felt like I was in the office again. I'm like, there's no way. And I was just begging at this point. I was begging. I was like, please don't do this. Like, I can't, da-da-da. What am I going to do? It's going to be 5 years. I'm going to be 28. 28, not even starting my career. It's crazy. And, you know, for people who haven't started their career till 28, I'm sure that wasn't your original plan. You know what I mean? So this is not my plan. This is not my plan. I'm doing things to make sure that that's not my situation. You know what I mean? So me getting forced to be into that situation is crazy. You know what I mean? I have to start over at a whole different school, and I have to da-da-da-da. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then she was like, well, you could do the LPN program. And I'm like, okay, would I at least, and I'm like, first of all, I shouldn't be getting kicked out. Let's talk about it. But if I had to do the LPN program, would I at least get to skip any semesters for being on my last semester of the RN program? No, you'd have to start over. You're fucking bugging. So yeah, then my clinical teacher walked in. She was supposed to be coming from the beginning, but she was late. Ironically calling me late, but she was late. And when she walked in, I was already crying at that point, and I was full of tears, and I was like, Professor, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them. Like, I didn't say that, but I was looking at her like, bro, okay. She gonna clear the shit up. Cause ain't no way. Like, she literally didn't make this seem like a big deal. Like, usually if you're gonna be in trouble for some shit, it'd be a big deal, right? She literally called me and was like, oh, I just wanna talk to you about that. Bro, this is not that. Bro, what the fuck is going on? What's happening? And I was like, surely she's gonna, you know, stand up for me, because it sounds like Calandra's trying to just get me out of the program for no reason, but surely she's gonna be like, oh, no. It wasn't like that at all. Right? Yeah, for sure. So then she came in and she was like, oh, hey, what's going on? And then I was crying, and I was like, and she's like, oh, we're just telling Tiani that she's out of the program since she failed the respiratory assessment. And I'm looking at her like, bro, say something. And she was like, oh, okay. Bitch, what the fuck you mean okay? You knew? You knew they was gonna kick me out? You knew they was gonna fucking kick me out? Bitch. Guys. When I tell y'all, this shit was insane. I should honestly just went into that meeting recording. I think from now on, I'm just gonna always go into a meeting recording, because that shit was crazy. By the way, I'm gonna use some of my Glossy Gal. If you guys want some, you can get some at buyjania.com. Let's take a quick ad break. Take a quick break to talk about our sponsors. Glossy Gal. Yes, love her. Ooh la la. So silky and light and fluffy. It's not fluffy, but it is lightweight, and it smells real good, and it makes your hair real shiny, and yeah, so we love her. Seals your split ends, seals the moisture in your hair, and it promotes growth, obviously. But yeah, girl, back to the story. I was like, what are you doing? Like, speak up, babe. She was like, yeah, well, tell your side. Like, tell you what happened. Like, that's what Kalandra said to my teacher, my clinical professor. And then I'm like waiting for her to be like, yeah, like, oh, no, it wasn't that big of a deal though, right? Like, I'm waiting for her to say something like, oh, no, Tiani shouldn't be out. Something, anything, right? So she was like, yeah, well, I told her, you know, she said the story. And she was like, yeah, but she, you know, she recognized that she made a mistake and she was able to identify what she did wrong. She was able to do it and she fixed it, you know? And I was like, okay, good. And then Kalandra was like, yeah, but the problem is that, you know, she's so far into the semester, she shouldn't be making mistakes like this. And she was, and then my teacher was like, yeah, like, I agree. Like, yeah, I agree. I thought it was like kind of like, you know, a lot for a fourth semester student. And I'm like, bro, okay. And then I had to start speaking up. Cause I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously I didn't say it like this, but I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You said, oh, let's listen to the lungs. She's like, I was like, you said, let's listen to the lungs real quick. And then when I said, oh yeah, clear. I did it 4 times, sure. Then I said clear. And then he was like, that's how you do a respiratory assessment. Word for word. I don't remember much. Me, terrible memory. Me, remembered the fuck out of that. If I remembered anything, Penguin in the back, he knows. If I remember anything, I remember that. Bitch, don't try me. I remember that shit. Because the little 2 fucking things that I do remember, I remember that shit. And I don't remember a lot. So when I remember some shit, I can quote you word for fucking word. She said, let's listen to the lungs real quick. Let's get in there and listen to the lungs real quick. And then we went in there and then she was like, let's see, bitch, you didn't say respiratory assessment. Fuck. Anyway, if you said respiratory assessment, I would have been like, oh shit, okay. You know what I mean? But you didn't. You made it seem real chill. Like, let's just go listen for funsies, like, you know? And then the bitch, Kalandra, was like, oh, why would you even think listening to the lungs is something casual? And I was like, that's my fault. For real, I have no, like, obviously. She's like, when do you ever just listen to it real quick? Bitch, I don't know. I'm not in the medical field. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm a regular girl who went to nursing school. Not even a nurse yet. I'm a student still. Can you just hop off for a second? Damn, I'm sorry. I thought the terminology, it sounded casual, so I went about it casually. That's my fault. Obviously, I get that. But let's not kick me out over a fucking miscommunication. That's crazy. A miscommunication that I was able to fix too is insane. Is absolutely insane. So yeah, long story short, niggas was not standing up for me. Niggas did not defend me. Everybody was like, yeah, that's crazy. You 4th semester, like, the fuck? And I was like, bro. So then at this point, I'm bawling my eyes out. I didn't scream. I didn't curse. I'm proud of myself for that. I just kept my shit together. I was like, well, obviously not. I was crying, but I didn't curse or anything in nobody's face. I kept it real respectful, but I was still fighting for myself and advocating for myself. And I was like, I understand I made a mistake, and thank God she was there. She was able to correct my mistake because I'm a student. And obviously, I should have listened to the bottom, and I get that, and I understand that now. And I knew that, obviously, in the past. I learned that. I learned that in the program, but respectfully, I don't have a lab. I don't practice my skills often. You should be practicing your skills. Okay, I understand that. And I will. But I don't, because school just started. And thankfully she was there. She was able to correct my mistake, and I know now moving forward I would never make this mistake again. Like, I don't think I should be getting kicked out because of a mistake over a miscommunication that I was able to solve. Like, come on, you're bugging. Yeah, that went nowhere, babe. That went nowhere. So then I was like, so you're all just going to let me be kicked out of this program, and I can't reapply for 5 years, and I'm just supposed to start over. You're all fine with that. I looked at all 3 of them because like I said, my lecture teacher was in there. The one who was with me and was hugging me last time when she was like, oh, you need a 98 to pass. She was hugging me. She's like, it's okay, sweetie, it's okay. Oh, like, you know, you'll figure it out. Like, I believe in you. And then you can always, it's okay. You can always repeat. And you're fine. You're fine. I know, da-da-da. Her, that fucking bitch, this stupid ass bitch Kalandra, and my fucking teacher who I thought was cool, who's being a fucking weird ass bitch right now. Quiet as fuck. Everybody quiet as fuck. I'm like, y'all all just gonna let me fail after I got this far. Over some shit like that. Over some shit like that. Everybody, all y'all, looked at all 3 of them. When I tell you, bitches was like this. Not one person could look me in the eye, because they knew they was doing me fucking filthy. They knew they was doing me wrong. And I was like, y'all are I wanted to say, fuck you. I wanted to go crazy. I kept it cute. I said, so that's just it. Just like that. No one could look at me. Nobody could look at me. So I guess that's just it. Do I need to sign anything? She's like, you can if you want to. And I was like, and I just got up and I grabbed my bag, didn't sign shit, got the fuck out of there. I stormed out. The other girl, who was black, like I said, she was sitting there. She looked up at me like, what happened? And then I just walked out. Stormed down the hallway to my car, and then I just broke down even more because I was already crying. So then I called my mom, told her what happened. She's like, oh my god, they can't do that, what the fuck, da da da. Yeah, and I remember while I was in there, I was asking, like, so that means I'm out of the program. I don't take the test on Monday. I don't go to class tonight. She's like, nope, no class for you, no test for you, huh? Calandra, her goofy ass, you're done. I know. You want a tissue? I hate that bitch so bad. Anyway, yeah, so then I went home, told my boyfriend. My mom and my boyfriend, I think, were the only that knew. And I was really just like, wow, again, this is happening to me. Maybe I'm really just not meant to be a nurse. Like, maybe all this was for nothing. Like, the last 2 years of my life, you know, everything I worked hard for, everything I studied for, it's for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, God wouldn't do this. Like, does he really not want me to be a nurse? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why can't I just graduate? Why can't I just... And this time, it wasn't even my fault. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. Like, it was, but this is not failable. You know what I mean? So it just felt kind of targeted, and for no reason too, besides the fact that I guess I was retaking the program and they didn't want, I don't know, me to bring down their overall grade for the class. I'm not sure. I'm really not. I don't know why I got kicked out, but I got kicked out. So that was fun. The next day, I just came to terms with it that night and was like, okay, like, it is what it is. I was crying. Hector was there again. And yeah, basically he was like, bro, they can't do this. Like, there's no way. Like, there's absolutely no way. And Hector's mom, she's an LPN, and she was like, they can't be doing this. Like, that's so strange. And at this point, we don't know what happened with the other black girl, if she got kicked out too, or if she was still in the program. We don't know what's going on. We just know I got kicked out, the white girl was still in, and I love her. She was real cool, but regardless, it is what it is. That's just what happened. The white girl was left alone, I got kicked out, and we don't know what happened to the other black girl. So the next day, Hector and his mother put a battery in my back, and I told, actually, my friend as well. I told Bronny, I think, and the few people that I did tell, was like, bro, you better make some noise. Ain't no way you're just gonna let them kick you out like that, and cause that don't even make sense. Like, everybody agreed that shit was kind of fucking crazy. Like, no way you just got kicked out over unofficial ass, oh yeah, listen to the lungs real quick, and then you do one thing wrong and you get kicked out. I never heard of that. Everybody told me, hey, you better fight for this shit, cause there's no way. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly did not want to. Like, everything in me was just like, bro, just let it be. Like, the same thing happened last time. Like, niggas was like, oh, you could try to fight it, try to be like, oh, well, I got a 96 on the da-da-da, try to see if you could talk your way, like, you know, try to get a hookup. And I'm like, bro, she's not gonna let me back in, bro. She's not gonna let me back in. That bitch was like, she was smiling. You could tell she took joy in telling me, like, oh, sorry. You could tell. That bitch was sick. She loved it. She loved every ounce of it. She loved seeing a little black girl get kicked out of the program. She was chilling. She was like, no, sorry, I don't feel comfortable with you graduating. She literally said that word for word. She said that word for word. I was like, bro, like, blah, blah. She's like, do you really think, oh my, I forgot about that. It's all coming back to me. She was literally like, do you really think that if you graduate, you'll be ready to be a nurse and like get a job in like January? I think it might be too much for you. Maybe you should do the OPM program. Yeah, I think it might just be overwhelming for you. You know, it's a little too much. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. She was like, yeah, you think you'd be ready? I was like, yes, I actually do. But it doesn't matter what I think, so I don't know why you even asked me that. I said that. I was like, but it doesn't matter what I think, so. Because it wasn't gonna change her mind. And then she was like, I don't feel comfortable with you graduating. Okay, anyway, so, yeah. Then I reached out, so I was like, alright, you're right. Like, I mean, at the worst case scenario is a no, but it's already a no now, so, like, can't get worse than this. So, like, fuck it. I'm gonna try something. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to some teachers and ask them what they think I should do, because I don't even know what to do, where to start, what I should do, anything. So I reached out to my old clinical teachers, my old professors, and I was like, hey, I just basically told them what happened. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. Do you know who I could talk to? Do you know who I could reach out to, who I could email, how I can appeal this? Like, what do I do? Out of all the people I reached out to, one teacher responded to me. Because, I mean, the others responded. One of them didn't at all, which was weird, because I thought she literally was rooting for me to pass the last semester, and then when I didn't pass, she didn't answer. She was literally rooting for me to pass, and this was like my first semester teacher, and she rooted for me to pass, and she'd been with me since the first semester of me being there. And she even had a meeting with me my last semester that I failed, and I was like talking to her about how I need to get a 98, and she was like, oh, I believe in you, da da da. You know, all you can do is try. And then when I texted her saying, hey, I failed, but thank you so much for all your kind words, blah blah blah, she didn't respond. So that was weird. And then I texted her again this semester, and I was like, hey, this is what's happening. If you have any like help you can give me, like something. She didn't respond, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But one of my other teachers did respond, and she was like, well, she didn't even text, because I texted her that. She called me, and she was like, what the fuck? She didn't say that, but basically, paraphrasing again, she was like, what do you mean they're kicking you out? How can they can't kick you out? And she is just saying, the one that ignored me? Okay. So she was like, what do you mean they're kicking you out? They can't kick you out. Bro, no, that doesn't make any sense. And she's a clinical instructor and a lecturer, so she knows how the whole system works and stuff. She's like, maybe you fail a clinical day, which failing a day doesn't really matter. It's just meaning like you did bad. You just did bad today, but it doesn't matter towards your grade or anything. Maybe you'll end up getting, instead of getting 100 on clinical, you get a 95 or a 90 towards your average overall, but like it doesn't mean anything if you fail a day. It just means like you did something bad, it was noted, call it a day. She was like, nobody died, you didn't push potassium, like what's going on for real? Like, why are they trying to kick you out? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I really don't know. But this is what's happening. What should I do? She's like, you need to email the department head, like the person above her. You need to email them. And I was like, okay, do you have their email? She sent me it. She's like, here you go. And maybe even the office of admissions or the student affairs people or da da da. I would, if I was you, I'm not going out without a fight. I'm not going out without kicking and screaming. I'm not going out without making some noise. At least let people know. At least let people know that she's trying to do this to you quietly. You tell everybody around her. You tell all her heads. You tell the people that, even if this ain't got nothing to do with them, tell them too. Because there's no way she can get away with that. Because she can't kick you out for nothing. For literally nothing. I was like, okay. And it made me feel good that, you know, some people were on my side. But at the same time, it's like, yes, let's see how this goes. Because in my experience, shit like this don't work. But I'm gonna try. I'll try to make some noise. Like, let's see. So I emailed the dean, wrote a nicely worded email. I was like, hello, Dean blankety blank. And I was like, this is what's happening. And I was quoting people. I was like, she said this. She said she's not comfortable with me graduating. She said it was gonna be just listening to the lungs, and then it turned into a respiratory assessment randomly. And now I'm getting penalized, and now they're saying I'm getting kicked out of the program when this is my second time repeating, and they know that. And they know that if I fail this program, then I'm out for 5 years, and it's only the 3rd week of school, and it was my first time back on the floor, and this is ridiculous, and it was kind of crazy. And I just want to know if I can appeal her decision to kick me out of the program, because that was kind of crazy. So this is on Tuesday, I believe I sent this email. Yeah, Tuesday. So Monday happened, Tuesday I sent the email. And I was like, okay, now we wait. Yeah. So sent the email and just hope for the best. And I was like, I mean, again, we're in this situation again. All I could do is try, right? Not trying, I'm gonna end up regretting it. So I might as well try and get the, yeah, sorry, no, you're out. I'd rather get that than be like, you know, just taking it quietly, you know? So I tried, I sent it, and then next day I wake up and I get a call from my clinical instructor. I look at that fucking phone, I said, fuck that bitch. Like, I don't know why you're even calling me. Like, literally, I don't fuck with you. And I declined the call. I literally declined it. Like, I'm like, why the fuck are you calling me? Bitch, unless you're getting me back in the program, don't fucking call me. If anything, text me saying I got you back in the program. Don't call me, right? Because you're the reason I'm out of the program. Because you snitched on some weird shit. And it's not even anything to be snitching on. Because it's just a regular ass clinical mistake that people make, that the teacher's correct, and then we move on. Anyway, so she called me and then ignored her. But then I looked at my phone. So my camera ran out of space and I had to switch it. And then I got hungry. Well, I've been hungry. Like, I don't know if you've been hearing, my stomach's been growling the whole time. So I made myself a little something. This was leftovers I had that I made the other day. But look at it, guys. It's these, what are these, avocado? I don't know, these spinach and herb taco shells. Like the little soft taco shells with like chicken asada from Trader Joe's, like a chicken asada thing. And then I put some bell peppers, I put a little spicy mayo, a little lettuce. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this, and I got a guacamole on the side. So I'm about to eat this real quick and then I'll be back. I'm gonna let the lights charge a little bit up and then I'll be back. I'll tell you the story, don't worry. I know I left you at a cliffhanger. I'll just, hold on, it's gonna be a second. It's literally gonna be a second. I'm just gonna eat. It's gonna be like 30 minutes for me, but for you it's gonna be like a second. Just keep it worth it.
2 hours later.
Okay, I'm back. See, I told you guys to be quick. Back to where I was after I got the phone call and I was like, declined, bye, I'm not talking to you. I checked my phone. I just woke up and I saw I had an email. So I had an email from the dean and it said like, oh, what did it say? I'll insert clips, honestly. I'll just insert pics. Yeah, whatever, like, I don't care. I'll insert clips of what it says. Okay, I found it. I found the whole thread of fun. So she said, thanks for reaching out. The grade grievance procedure begins with contacting the instructor. In this case, that would be your clinical professor. And assume you already had a meeting with the professor to discuss the incident. However, under the grievance proceedings, a new meeting must be held to discuss a resolution with the professor. If no resolution is reached, meaning she is upholding the failed clinical day and the performance is considered egregious, then you can schedule a meeting with the academic chair. If no resolution is reached at that meeting, then I will meet with you per policy 16.3 grade grievance policy in the policy manual, page 10 through 11. Whatever, School of Nursing. If you are unable to schedule a meeting, you can arrange to meet with her on a Sunday at the clinical site. You are still permitted to attend lecture on Monday during the grade grievance proceedings. I understand you have an exam on Monday and you should plan to take it. However, I also know you missed lecture this week. Please reach out to your lecture professor to discuss the content missed and how to prepare for your exam. If you have any questions about the grade grievance procedure, please let me know. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? I'm sorry, did you guys catch that? Or did you miss it? I don't know if y'all caught it or if y'all missed it, but Miss Girl just said, and I quote, "You are still permitted to attend lecture on Monday during the grade grievance proceedings. I understand you have exam on Monday and you should plan to take it." Remember, I told you the head of the whatever she is, I don't know what she is. This lady is a dean for real. Because there's 2 Suffolk College campuses and she's the dean of both of them. My lady is just the head of our program, but the other branch has their own lady, and then there's one lady that sits above both of them. This is the one I'm talking to. She said, remember mine, I don't know what I called her, but something, the bitch, she said, cannot go to a class today. Remember, it was right before my class. Can't go to class today, and no, you won't be taking a test on Monday. Sorry, bye. That's what she said. This one just said, actually you have to talk to your clinical professor, and yeah, you can still go. And I know you missed it, but yeah, you still allowed to go. Interesting. Funny, really funny. So this happened literally, what time is this in the morning? 8:57 a.m. because I have the time. So you guys, I got my receipts, babe. So like I said, I just woke up. So then I said, thank you for getting back to me. The bitch and the other bitch said I was not allowed to attend lecture anymore and I'm not permitted to take the test. When I asked them outright if I was still able to go, and now you're saying I am permitted to take the test, and now I am down a lecture day because they said I couldn't come. Down 3 study days because of how distraught this news has made me, and because I thought I was out of the program already, and now I still get to take the test despite all this clearly being able to affect my grade negatively on Monday. I will reach out to Professor and let you know if we have a resolution different than what happened at the meeting. Thank you again for answering in such a timely manner. I kept it cute. You saw me? I kept it cute. So then I was like, alright. Even I know I declined your call, but babe, hey girl. So I said, I called her, I said, hey girl. She was like, oh my god, Tiani. And mind you, I recorded this conversation. Hell fucking yes, because I should have recorded the first one. And I recorded this one. Because y'all got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. I gotta insert little clips just to be messy. Maybe I'll just insert a few little clips. But anyway, I literally was like, hey. And she was like whispering. Because she's a doctor, right? So she got her MP. And she works at a doctor's office. So she's in the back office because she's so ashamed of what she did. As she should. As she fucking should be. Tiani, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I did not know they were going to kick you out. oh my god, they didn't even tell me they were going to do this. I was like,
two things. Number one, when I had to write up about the assessment, I don't know if you got an opportunity to see the paper or not. I wrote at the end that once I prompted you to do the correct evaluation, you did it correctly and you were able to identify crackles. Number two, the fact that this led for you to get kicked out of the program was beyond me. That caught me by surprise. I did not know that that was going to be the last. If they told me, they did not tell me. It really caught me by surprise, and I was really shocked. I didn't know that you had prior clinical failure. I didn't know what happened before clinical, but that really caught me by surprise. It really did. I didn't know. They told me to come in. They told me for somebody else, not you.
okay.
And it really, really caught me by surprise. And I didn't expect what I wrote to end to such grave kind of ending. And even when I had to write it up, I wrote that once I prompted Tiani to do it, she was able to complete it, and she was able to tell me when she heard it, and it was correct. So I don't. It still bothers me. I didn't like the way this ended with you.
And I have this on the I recorded all this. She's like, oh my god, they didn't even tell me this, that, da, 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 da.
This outcome, I did not expect any of this. I want you to understand that. I understand you let her know that you were that was the first time you were on the floor, but I'm going to let her know that you followed a patient. They followed a nurse to bring downgraded patients from the ICU back to the floor, and you did what you had to do. You collected all your subjective information, and this week we were going to work on assessments. Because if there's an opportunity to start over again, I want to start over again.
Okay.
With you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Is there something that you wanted to...
I mean, yeah, so I emailed her and she just basically said I'd have to talk to you about it. So I guess it would be like up to you.
To come back in?
Yeah.
Come back.
I would love to.
I did not think that this was gonna. Yeah.
I mean,
I did not think that this was gonna end in your fail. It caught me by surprise, Tiani. It caught me by surprise. This is the first time I've ever been put in a situation like this. I have never. There's another problem. That is something that's beyond my control. She has health issues. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
There's none of that with you. They have you guys under the microscope, so I had to say what happened. But I said that when I prompted you to do it, you did it correctly.
Yeah.
I did not know that they were going to use it as bait, and they called me for a meeting, but it was not for you. I would have told you over the phone.
Yeah.
And the fact that it led to that. Tiani, if I knew that this was going to end in this way, I would have not. If I knew that it was going to end this way, please, I want you to understand that I would have never taken it that far. If I knew, I need to write up because she's done. I think it's early in the semester. Let's give her a chance. I think we had a long summer, and then before that, let's just buckle down. But I think I could do that. I've done it with the students before. I don't see why I can't do it with you.
Okay.
And then if it were up to me, I don't mind you coming back at all.
Okay.
I did not think that it was going to end, and I did not think that was going to be the outcome. It honestly caught me by surprise.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I thought they were just going to say, like, how I was a few minutes late. So
they told me. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
They go, so let's just meet with them because since they're repeating, we just want to make sure that everyone's on the right track. We just want to make sure they know that we're here for them and that we're watching them. We just want to set the boundaries in the beginning. So I said, okay, I'll let them all know that we'll go meet. And then I went in and they were letting you go. She never once mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
Never once. And I did not write a negative outcome on the assessment. I wrote that you then proceeded and you were able to tell me you heard crackles in the left lower lobe. Like it was at the end it was okay with prompting from me.
Yeah.
So I did not think, and if it were up to me, please come back. I think I like a good challenge. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll make it to the end, and I think we'll be successful. I told you.
Okay.
I see you fit. I told you.
Yeah, I mean, this is why everything was just kind of crazy because it's like.
I know. I did not have any say in whether you stay or you go. They did not. They just said, we just need you to write that up. But it was nowhere did it say to me, need you write it up because we're going to let her go.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are all learning experiences. We're in clinical. We're going to learn and we're going to move forward. But I'm not here to make the situation worse. Because if it were up to me, I want you to stay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to tell Connie, you follow nurse to the ICU to bring the downgraded patients back into the unit. You got all your subjective data on the patients. And you did what you had to do. I had no issues with you second clinical.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, please keep me posted. I'm going to, if it's up to me, you can stay.
Okay. That's what I said. She said, take it up with the clinical instructor and we could resolve it. That's what she said.
Then it's resolved. Then you come in on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm meeting with tonight at 7 to go over some cardiology questions on the TI. I'm going to send you a link. Maybe I'll do you sometime either Wednesday or Thursday. We'll meet virtually. We'll go through cardiac. We'll take you into the questions, okay? And get you ready to take the exam.
Please.
Because we have to do good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do you tomorrow. I'll check my schedule.
Okay.
I'll send you a link.
All right.
I'm trying to keep your head up.
Thank you.
I want to see you finish, okay? I told you this on Sunday. I have not changed my mind.
Thank you.
Okay?
All right.
I'll speak to Connie later, and I'll let you know what she said, okay?
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
They just said they were gonna have a meeting. I was like, yeah, because that kind of was out of nowhere. Like, I thought you said it was just gonna be chill. She's like, no, literally, that's what she told me. She told me she was gonna be chill and da-da-da. Then I walk in, I see you crying, and I'm like, what the fuck? And basically. And I'm like, well, I emailed the lady, and she said that basically the only person that kicked me out is you. And she said the only way I can get back in is if you say I'm good. She's like, oh, well, if it's up to me, then you're good. You're good. Oh my God, yes. What the hell? You're back in then. If it's up to me, you're back in. And I'm like, okay. Oh my God, Tiani, I want to tell you so much. I did not want that to happen. That's not what I wanted. Da, da, da. Alright, whatever, then do it. Then actually do it. Because ain't nobody listening to all that and then you gonna sit there and not do it. Do it. Prove it. So, Miss Girl proved it. She was about her shit. She was serious. So, Miss Girl signed whatever papers she needed to sign. I signed whatever papers I needed to sign. Back in the program. But this is Wednesday now. This is Wednesday. I missed the last lecture before the test, which is on Monday. So now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days. Haven't studied. Now I'm learning this, okay, everything's getting solved and resoluted by like 5-6 p.m. and I'm gonna be like, damn, alright, I guess I'm back in after thinking I wasn't in. So yeah, I was back in. Can you believe it? Can you believe that bullshit they put me through? Oh, I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs like, are y'all kidding me? But this whole time, for real, I didn't believe it. Like, I was like, no way. There's no way. So, you know, I was talking again to my people who helped me, like my teacher who told me what to do in the first place. I told her what happened. I kept her up to date. After I said that email to the dean, she was like, oh, well, you can hit up your lecture teacher to like schedule a new day if you need. So I can get the Tiani special? Fuck no. I'm not taking no new tests. Nope, no thank you. So y'all can put random shit like, what the fuck, what's the temperature of the sun? Nigga gonna fucking be like, oh, what's the effects of UV radiation on a band-aid? Nigga, no, I'm not answering none of your special tests for me. Thank you, and no. I'll just figure it out, and I'll just work my ass off, try to study real quick, and get a low grade real quick. Yeah, I gotta be fucked if you think you gonna single me out for a test. Nope, no thank you. Fuck. No. Talking to my people, talking to Hector's mom, my teacher, and they were like, bro, make sure you know that, okay, cool, you're in, but there's always gonna be a target on your back. Clearly, bitches don't want you there. And you need to make sure, especially because they want you out, okay? They don't want to see black girls win. They don't want to see black girls graduate. They don't want to see black girls be RNs. They want us to have no power. They want us to have nothing. They don't want to see us be RNs and NPs and doctors. No, they don't want to see that. So they gatekeep. Bitches are gatekeeping. Okay? So I just had to make sure that from now on, I'm 50 minutes early to everything. From now on, I hand in all my work early because niggas aren't gonna fucking help a bitch out for handing some shit late. Even though everybody else in the class is handing it stuff late. Everybody else is not doing things, coming late to class, handing stuff in late, missing clinicals, all that. Everybody's doing whatever the fuck they want and nobody cares that much. But let me do it. Let the one black girl in the class do it. Ooh. She's not serious about this. Let's kick her ass out. So, again, more reasons why y'all was not seeing me. Because I was making sure I put the work in so that I could tell y'all something decent at the end of the day. Okay, long story short, got back in. And I found out the other black girl, she also got kicked out. So I messaged her on the side. I was like, hey girl, I don't know if you tried, but this is the dean's email, and I messaged the dean and I appealed it. I don't know if it'll work, but maybe you could try to, you know, let me know what happens. She said, thank you, I'll message them tomorrow. I said, all right. And that was the last I heard from her. So yeah, so since my clinical teacher felt bad that she got me kicked out, she already offered to help the white girl who's, oh god, the white girl who's repeating the class. She's offering to help her study, right? So she was like, oh, I can help you study if you want. And I was like, yes, please, because I felt like she owed me. She should help me study, because bitch, you got me kicked out and you're the reason why I'm missing study days now. So yeah, not that I'm relying on it, but like, I'll take it. Like, what the fuck, I'll take it. She's like, yeah, okay, I'm doing the other girl tonight, but tomorrow we could do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Tomorrow comes. Oh, actually today don't work, sorry. Tomorrow for sure. Okay, so that's bringing us to Friday now. All right, hey, are you available today? Oh my god, today, oh I forgot, oh my god, I can't do today. Let's do tomorrow. Okay, Saturday comes. Oh, let's just do it tomorrow at clinical. It's fine. Okay, so clinical we were gonna study anyway, so that kind of defeated the purpose of you helping me personally study. And also it's the day before the test, Sunday. So yeah, if I was relying on your studying, I would have been screwed. So thank you. But I never really expected her to really do it, honestly. I expected her to do exactly what she did, and she did. But I just wanted to honestly just let her dig her own grave, let her make herself look stupid, because I was like, watch, she's not gonna fucking help me study, is she? No, she's probably not. But I'm gonna keep asking, even though I'm studying as if she's not helping me, because I don't expect it to actually go through, and it never did. But I kept holding her to it because you said you would. So you know, that says a lot about her. But anyway, so on this test, remember this is a cardiac test again that I did the worst on the semester prior, right? I got a 58 the first time. So studied really hard and tried my very best with what I could, with the lack of 3 days and all that, and I got a, drumroll please, 76. I just passed and I was so relieved and happy. Me and the white girl passed. The white girl, she's real cool. I love her. I have, every time I say white girl, like she's my white girl. I love her. She's great. It's not her fault anything that happened. Like, she's cool. She had nothing to do with any of this. But I'm just trying to say that, I mean, it looks however it looks. That's all I'm gonna say. If it looks that way, it's because it fucking looks that way. The two black girls got kicked out, then the white girl, she's good to go. I mean, I love her, but that's how it looks. Looks a little funny, right? But anyway, so I got my 76 and I was happy as a pig in mud, and I was just like, okay, thank you. At least I didn't fail. At least I didn't look stupid in front of these people, and I could just move on with my life. I already started off on a better foot than I started off last semester, so surely I won't fail, right? Hopefully, right? I already know to go hard for the third test, and this test was the first bad one that I had to overcome, so I'm just happy I didn't fail it. So ever since then, I was literally on my P's and Q's, stressed out the entire semester, because I just felt like they were gonna look for any excuse, any reason to kick me out, any reason to pull me in the office and be like, actually, yeah, you're out because you were late again, and or whatever. Like, I didn't give them no reason. The class started at 4. I was there at 3:20 in the parking lot on my phone, like, just waiting, nervous in the class, not speaking at all, because mind you, again, this is my lecture teacher, and this semester, since it was the night program, it's a smaller group of people. It was literally probably like 15 or 16 of us in a classroom. And before, remember, if you watch my videos, you've seen it was a lecture hall, and it was still pretty empty, the lecture hall, but it was bigger than the classroom. I sat right in the front, so that was fun, and I had to sit right in her fake ass face, and I just didn't say anything. I was just like, bitch, I'm still here, but I don't want to give you any reason for you to kick me out or anything, so I'm just gonna stay my ass quiet. And she kept trying to be nice to me, bro. So many times during the semester she pulled me aside and I'm like, I'm so happy you're still here. Bitch, you were the one saying I'm late. You're the one adding shit on the fucking dog pile when niggas was dog piling on me. You didn't say shit. Then you want to be like, I'm so happy you're still here. Oh my god, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so good. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Anyway, second test come, and now I'm like asking around. I'm like, okay, cool, so like the 76 was great and all, but that's not gonna secure me graduating, so I need to do something different. Like, I need to figure out the studying shit. So I'm asking around, and my friend who graduated, one of my friends that graduated in May, was like, yo, I'm telling you, simple nursing is it. And I'm like, alright, like, this is the 17th time I've heard someone say just get simple nursing. Like, I get it, like, okay, simple nursing is great, like, so is level up RN, so is is that no, simple nursing is. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just get it because I don't have no other options. Like, really, I'm grasping at straws here. I'll get it, I'll try it, whatever. Because I already watch simple nursing on YouTube. Like, I already watch it when I'm looking up things for this and things for that. And I watch other things like Sarah, RN, blah 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 blah. But you know, simple nursing, if you ever watch their videos, you know, some videos they'll just randomly be like, oh, if you want to see the rest of this video, go to simplenursing.com. And it's like, damn, you're not gonna show me the rest of the video? Alright, and then you click on the next video and you watch something else and whatever. So I was like, it's gonna be like that probably, but it'll just be the full video, whatever. It could probably help. So I get it, and bro, when I tell you I owe everything to simple nursing, when I tell you I owe everything to simple nursing, bro, $40 a month, $120 a semester, worth. If you ignore every single thing I say, every recommendation I make, don't ignore this one. I'm telling you, if you're in nursing school, simple nursing. Like Lecturio I've used, obviously, you guys know Lecturio. It's good, it's great. Simple nursing. Don't tell Lecturio I said that. Don't tell them I said that. But simple nursing is that bitch for real. Oh my god. So I started using simple nursing. I started incorporating that into my study routine, and honestly what it made me realize was that yeah, my teacher's slides are fucking garbage, and I knew that. And I knew that from last semester, this semester, and the semester before that, because I've had her for 3 semesters straight at this point, and her slides are trash. Her slides are garbage. They're the worst ever. They're all over the place. They're out of order. She'll talk about one subject, talk about a different subject, and then branch off of this subject under this subject. It's just ridiculous. It's all over the place, and then there's a lot of it, and then half of it isn't on the test. She'll literally just put a bunch of shit from a textbook on the slide. Certain topics you just don't cover in school, and that's just like how school works. But she'll put every topic in the world in the lecture slides and then only cover 40% of it, and you're supposed to just figure out what that 40 is, honestly. And it's just terrible. It's just terrible. And then in the classes that you go to, the lectures that you're spending your time at, she just reads them word for word. So she doesn't add anything. She doesn't add an anecdote, a story. She doesn't try to relate it to anything. She doesn't try to simplify anything. Nope, she's reading it word for word. If you missed the class, you still know exactly what she said. So she sucks. Simple nursing just made me realize that no matter how garbage her slides are, no matter how bad her tests are, because those suck too. Those suck too. The wording is terrible. I'm not trying to trick you. She's only trying to trick us. And I understand how nursing questions work nowadays. I understand what they're trying to make you do, like trying to make you think about different things. Like they won't ask you a question so straightforward. They're not going to be like, the patient has dry cough and night sweats. What do they have? Tuberculosis? No, not gonna be that simple or straightforward. I get that. I understand. It's gonna be like a person who comes in with night sweats, dry cough, and pink sputum is running a fever right now. What precautions might they be on? So now you gotta know that they have tuberculosis, and you have to know what the precautions are. Her questions are like a 17-part figure it out type thing, and yeah. But regardless, it's all based on something that is real, that is a fact, and that is something that you could learn, no matter how hard the answer is worded, and you're like, that's not how you'd say it, but you mean this? Okay, cool. Or she'll use a vocabulary word that has never been mentioned in a textbook, in her slides, ever, anywhere. It'll just be a different version of the same word. Instead of saying blue, it'll be like azul, and you just gotta know that azul is Spanish for blue. Like, you just have to know that, and if you don't, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So that's like that. Simple nursing really helped, and especially because it takes into account a bunch of school exam questions, ATI, Kaplan, everything, the NCLEX. It takes all those types of questions into account, and then tells you how your teacher might say it or whatever the fuck. And it's just so great. It's just so great. It really helped a lot, because on this test I believe I got like an 82 or 84 the first time I took it, and this time I got an 86, I believe. So that was amazing. I was like, okay, perfect, we're right on par. And I was just getting used to the simple nursing, but it really helped me grasp the concepts really well. So now I got a 76 and an 86, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing way better this semester, but I can't celebrate yet because this is the test. The third test is the test that I need to be worried about, and it is coming up quickly, especially being the repeater in the class. Everyone's like asking like, oh, like how was the test last semester, like which ones, da da da. So I was like, okay, the first one's not the best, the second one's okay, third one's terrible, and then the fourth one's great. It's cake. So everyone was like, oh, okay, like they were making sure to look out for it. But me, most importantly, of all, I was looking out for that test. I was ready for that test. I studied every single day. I didn't watch anything fun. I didn't do anything fun. I just studied. And also, I forgot to mention that this whole time, Barania, remember my girl Barania from my last semester who graduated in May? Her, when we both found out that I did not make it and I failed, we were both crying. We were both crying together, and we was hugging, and we were crying and hugging and crying and hugging. I forgot how it happened. I either told her to come over or said I wanted to give her something, and she was like, no, I'll just come over, something like that. But she ended up coming over, and that's when we were crying. And I was like, have fun at graduation, like send me pictures and stuff. She was like, no. And I was like, and we both were like, and hugging. And I gave her a gift for helping me study so rigorously throughout the last few weeks. And I was like, thank you so much for helping me. And also I gave Christy a gift for helping me, because I was like, bro, before I passed or failed, I already made the decision that I was gonna get them both something, because like y'all did me too right. Like y'all was just too good to me. I have to give you something. Like, thank you so much. And like my love language is gifts. Like I love giving gifts to people. That's I show like I really appreciate somebody, like when I put my hard-earned money into them, especially when I don't got it. And trust me, I did not have it, but I still give it because I'm like, I love you so much. And here's my gift. I got her, I think, a Dunkin' gift card or something for like $40. Like she's a Dunkin' head, so she loved it. But yeah, so I got them both something, and then I cried. But yeah, she was like, I'm gonna help you study when you retake it. I'm gonna help you. And I was like, girl, no, you're not gonna help me. You gonna have your own job and you gonna be working. She's like, I don't care. I'm gonna help you. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna help you. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold you to that, thank you. But then yeah, so this semester, bro, she literally helped me study for every single test. The first test, I texted her to, like, she already knew what was going on. I already told her, and she was like, what the heck? And then I told her I was back in, and I was like, okay, can we still, because honestly I had her plan to help me study in the first place, like on a Friday I think, and then I canceled it. I'm like, never mind, I got kicked out of the program. And then she was like, what happened? Told her. Then I got put back in, and I was like, wait, actually, never mind, I might be in the program still, so actually can we still study? Yeah, so we ended up still studying. And so we studied every Saturday. I think it was either Friday or Saturday, every Saturday, Friday, that I had a test. It was just so nice that she really, like, that's, who do you know would do that? Like, who do you know would graduate 6 months ago, pass the NCLEX, and still help your friend in school study? She's over here opening up pictures, like things she hasn't looked at in months, and she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. I'm like, Bronny, you're too real for that. You're too real. You're too real. She would bring me notes and stuff that she had from the last semester. I love that. I love it. That girl's my heart. I love her so much. Anyway, so yeah, she helped me study. I just wanted to say that. Yeah, so the third test, remember, I got a 62 on that test. Drum roll please. Your girl got a 96. A 96. A 96. What grade did I need to pass again? Okay, so that's hilarious, isn't it? Isn't it hilarious? A 96. You know what grade I needed to fail the semester at this point? You know what grade I needed to fail? Let me do the math because I forgot. I needed a 36 to fail. If I got a 36, and only if I got a 36 or lower, would I fail? You know how pissed I was? I was so happy, bro. I was so happy. It was... Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all do not understand. Bro, I said it. Oh my god. I was screaming, I was crying, I was laughing. Shit was funny again. Like I could laugh at jokes again. Life was good. I was like, fuck these bitches, y'all can suck my dick, eat my fucking shit. These bitches look at these fucking grades and choke on them. Like literally, like, how do you feel? You feel so dumb, don't you? Ooh, goofy bitch, you feel so stupid. It was so funny. Oh, it's such a good time. Such a good time. I know those bitches were mad. I know these bitches were mad. Oh my god, the next day, actually, cause we got our grades back for that test super fucking fast. And I felt good about the test, but I was like, I don't know, cause I felt good plenty of times and it wasn't good. So I just, whatever. So the way the night program worked is that we had first class, right? 2 hours, and then we had a little break, and then we had another 2-hour class. But we would never stay that long, cause that lady, she was so lazy, she never wanted to teach the whole time. So we literally left always like an hour and a half early. But anyway, we did the test during the first half of the class, and then we all came back. We were waiting for the second half to start, and you know, I was early because hello. And we're all like, oh, hopefully she put the grades up early, like blah blah blah. So we were sitting there, and then all of a sudden we all get the notification like grades updated. We was like, no way. No way she updated the grades. We check, everyone checking. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what I got. Okay, hopefully I got like an 80, 86 or 88. That's what I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna get an 88, bro. I was like, what, like an 88, hopefully. Like, that's what I felt. I just felt 88. I don't know why. I checked it. That shit said 96. I said, damn, fuck. I didn't know I ate it up like that. I was really like, and it's just so annoying because, like I said, these are not my people. Like, these are, I mean, at this point, we're cool. Like, people are cool, whatever. But, like, it's not my people that I've been with the whole time. And honestly, not, because the people I've been with the whole time, some of them were haters anyway. So, this is weird. But I wanted to be like, bro, look. But I was like, nah, keep it cute because it's not your friends. Like, these people aren't your friends like that. Like, let's be for real. Let's be so for real. No one's gonna be happy for you like that. Like, niggas gonna be like, bitch. And plus, it's like, don't rub it in people's face. Because honestly, I couldn't even ask. I wasn't even gonna ask nobody what they got, because that's that shit I was talking about. I talked about this in another video before, where bitches who get high grades always do that shit, and it's so annoying. It's like, you know, you got, like, say I got like a 78, and then someone goes sit there and be like, what'd you get on the test? And I'm like, I got a 78. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so good, I got a 90. I got a 96. Bitch, ew, like, why you, alright? Like, good for you. Like, it's just annoying. Like, it's fine, like, you know, good, but like, don't, honestly, if you know you got a high ass grade, don't initiate a conversation about grades. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you got like an 80 something, cool, you could do that, whatever. Oh, what'd you get? Oh, you failed. Oh, what'd you get? I got an 86. Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. You know, like, that's regular. But I got a 96. Bitch, shut your ass up. Don't even ask me, because you know it's something less than yours, bro. Later on, I found out I got the highest grade in the class on that test. I can't. It was just insane. And I was so happy. I was proving bitches wrong. My clinical teacher was like, oh my god, Tiani, you're doing so good. And then she always be blowing up my spot. It be feeling weird. I'm like, alright, calm down. Calm down. Because the bitch is like overcompensating for kicking me out of the program. In the group chat with me and the other bitches in the cohort, she'd be like, oh my god, Tiani, you got the highest grade on the test. I'm like, shh, telling everybody my fucking business. Shit, I know. Wait, really the highest grade? But bitch, mind you, like, what if I didn't want to tell these bitches my grade? Damn, tell her, Tiani got a 96, did you know? Did you know Tiani got a 96? Shut your happy ass up. Shit. Anyway, but I did get a 96. She's like, Tiani, I am so proud of you, and you're really proving them wrong. I'm like, bitch, you're one of them, but okay. She just don't know. She don't know that I still don't really like her like that, but it's okay. I still look at her sideways, but like, because she went back to being cool. She went back to being cool after that. But it was just like, I'm looking at you sideways, bitch. I don't trust you. She claimed, she's sticking to the story that, oh, they tricked her. And she didn't know, like, they just asked her how clinical went, and she told them. And she told them that I completed it correctly, so I don't know why they try to kick you out. Yeah, but this is not your first year working here, babe. You know how that bitch do. You know that bitch is weird. I don't know why you telling her all the business anyway. You should have gave her a watered down version of what really happened. But anyway, and even if you're just dumb, like, I'm not talking to people who are dumb anyway, because that's dangerous, clearly. Talk to a dumb bitch and she say too much and then I get kicked out of the program. So why would I'm not hanging out. I'm not talking to you. So anyway, besides the point. The point is, yeah, I got 96, so that was amazing, and I really wanted to tell you guys, but I couldn't tell you guys without telling you guys the whole story. You know what I mean? Because then it just makes, I can't just jump in and be, hey guys, I got 96, I'm doing great this semester. You know, like, that's fucking whack. I gotta tell you the whole story. And I know some of you might hate that, because it's like, bitch, no, just, you could just tell me that. That's great. Now I know you're okay, and I can move on with my life. But it's like, no. I gotta tell you the whole thing, because you won't appreciate the 96 if I don't tell you the whole thing. Because you've seen all that, now you see this, and you see where I'm at now, and it's just like, I'm getting my shit together, and I love that for me. Anyway, so I was like, okay, cool, I think we can start, dare I say, planning my graduation party. Dare I say, plan the graduation, like, you know what I mean? Hopefully, right? Question mark. And yes, we could, but there was a part of me that was like, what if you get to 38? And I'm like, bitch, there's no way. Right? No, there's no way. Like, even if you fucking bomb this test, I mean, you probably still get like 76, honestly. Let's be for real. This is the easiest test. So a part of me was like, okay, just chill out, you're fine. But then a part of me was like, I'm still gonna study super hard just in case. At the same time, a part of me was burnt the fuck out from just being high stress, high alert, high efficiency mode the entire semester. And it's just like, guys, I think I got me to a point where I can kind of fucking relax a little bit. No, Don't you fucking dare relax. So it was like that going on all at once. And yeah, so this one piece of me was like, I think I can just relax a little. I don't think I have to study so hard. Fourth test was honestly the hardest for me to study for, because it was like, I want to keep up the good work I've been doing. I don't want to just get like a 70 on this test. Like, that's fucking stupid. After getting a 76, 86, 96, next I gotta get 106. No, but yeah, basically, like, it just felt stupid to get like a 76 on it. And it's like, I want to just keep rubbing it into their faces. It's like, bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean? So it was like a give and a take, and it was a real struggle to it's like, just study. Either way, I got it done. I studied. It was hard. I kept taking breaks. I took more breaks than I would take usually, but things weren't so high stress anymore, so like it was fine. It worked out, because on the last test your girl ended up getting a 94. And it was just insane. I was like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And I actually ended up having to help my friend. She wasn't doing so well. Like, she was like skating by the entire time, but that third test really knocked her down. So she needed, I think like a 78 to pass. And I think you guys see it in, oh, actually I filmed a vlog. I did vlog that. So I'll post that vlog next, probably. But yeah, so she needed a 78 to pass, and she has never gotten a 78. It felt like my situation from fundamentals, where I think I needed an 80 to pass or something like that, to stay in the program. And yeah, so she needed like a 78, and she only got like a 76, and then she got like a 60 or a 70 or something like that, and then she needed a 78. But yeah, and I helped her study, and I helped me study, and somehow it worked out. I passed with a 94, and she got her 78. And I was like, thank you, God, because that one person I helped study, like, people are always helping me. People are always helping me study, and I just felt like I wanted to give back, pass it forward, right? Like, help someone in need of almost failing. Like, you know, she was in the same situation, because she was also repeating, and if she didn't pass, then, you know, it'd been tough. It'd been tough, because then 5 years and da-da-da-da. But she passed, so it's all good. Wow, thank God. So happy for her. She's done, and yeah. Then I got a 94, so you can imagine. At this point, I think you get the vibe. Like, you get it. And I think y'all kind of understand where the fuck I've been, and y'all understand why I haven't been here for the last 9 months? 8 months? 9 months? And honestly, this semester really helped me grow up a lot. I feel like I've changed so much since even last semester. Like, I've just been changing. Nursing school just changed me altogether. Like, really changed me. Like, I didn't think it would change me as much as it did, and it really fucking changed me. And now I feel like I'm ready to get a job and do all the things. Like, now I can feel like, okay, cool, I can be a nurse now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it. Like, I didn't feel that at all at any point last semester. So that's why I feel like God did what he did. Situation worked out for what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think I needed that extra time to really season up. And yeah, so I graduated. That's where my notes stopped, so I could just free talk now, but I don't want to make the videos super fucking long, because it's probably already super fucking long. Now this brings us to current day. Hey girl. Graduated, insert pics here. Yeah, and then I just had Christmas and New Year's, and I was just like, I can't believe it's over. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe it's over. Like, I still can't believe it's over. Like, still. It's January, not to date this video, but it's January 22nd, and I still can't believe it's over. So I graduated the 21st, so I'm literally, oh my god, literally a month out. I was rushing myself to make this video, I'm not gonna lie. And realistically, I made it at the right time. Let's be for real. Like, give me a second. Can y'all agree that I needed a second? I think y'all can agree. Now that y'all see what's going on, y'all can agree. And especially because you're probably not gonna see this video till, let's be for real, like February. I love you so much. But yeah, unless you see it before, then that's great. Well, look at me. Look at me. Turn a new leaf, okay? But anyway, so I needed a second to just decompress. But I have not stopped thinking about you guys. I promise I've been thinking about you guys all throughout all this stress. And I was wishing that I can get your words of encouragement, but I couldn't, because I wasn't posting anything. Y'all didn't know what the fuck is going on, so I couldn't even get your words of encouragement. And I didn't want to bombard the community tab, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot. A lot happened, and I'm just so happy that it's over, and I'm out of nursing school, and I graduated, and now I still have to take the NCLEX, so you guys are going to be with me while I'm studying for that. I'm going to start taking you guys on vlogs, going to the library, studying for the NCLEX, because I still need to get my ATT code, which I'm waiting on, which is the code that allows me to schedule my NCLEX, so it's not scheduled yet. And guys, I got a job. Guys, it's insane, right? Isn't it insane? It's insane. I graduated a month ago. I got a job already. I probably got a job like a week ago. A week ago? 2 weeks ago? When did I get a job? I went on an interview like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so when was the interview? I'm screaming. Guys, I got the job on the 5th. Wait, no, I did the interview. I did the interview on the 5th. I got the job on the 12th. Okay, so almost 2 weeks I've had the job. Girl, I didn't start that job yet. Relax. I didn't start the job yet. Of course not. What the hell? I didn't take clicks yet. Relax. But I got a job. I got an offer letter. I start in March. And they're just waiting for me to take the NCLEX. And they said if I take it before March, I could start earlier, but yeah. So I'm planning my life. I'm so happy. Guys, I'm so happy. Oh my god, I went on an interview. I was nervous as fuck. It's on an ortho unit, so that's exciting, right? Like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy I can tell you these things. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm so happy nursing school's behind me. Girl, oh lord. It's okay. Lord. So, yeah, nursing school is done. Finally fucking done. It's over. It's over. Now I just have to get my BSN. All that for a fucking associate's degree is crazy. Now I have to get my BSN and I'm gonna do that online. Yeah, I was gonna do Chamberlain, but I think I decided against that just because it's so expensive. It is so expensive, and there's other online schools. Also, my job pays $7,000 per year. They don't pay until you work there for a year. So I think I might wait a year, work there, and let them fucking pay for it, because of what the fuck I look like paying for it. Even though I could start it right now. Yeah, I think I might let them pay for it. So actually, I have an HR meeting tomorrow. Yo, I should go to sleep actually, because it's literally employee health and HR. I don't know what I'm doing. Print assessment form and bring it along. Oh, what's I-9? Oh, I gotta print stuff. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of things I need to do actually. And it's 2 a.m. so that's don't delete that. What happened? Anyway, so yeah guys, literally tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's 2 a.m. right now, but I just had to tell you guys a story. I had to get this off my chest. I had to close this chapter finally, leave 2023 behind, because that shit was so uncomfortable. That year was such a year of growth and change, and ew, I'm so over it. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I have so many hopes for this year, and I'm so excited because 24 is my number, literally my lucky number, favorite number. My birthday is July 24th. I always pick 24 and 14, like those are my numbers right there. So I'm really excited to be in 2024. I'm really excited to turn 24. I'm really excited to start my life, get my fucking job, and I'm getting paid. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get a real fucking check. Like, I'm really, guys, you don't understand. And my graduation party, it's scheduled. It's happening March 2nd. I'm supposed to start March 4th, which is hilarious. March 2nd is Saturday. March 4th is the Monday. I might not end up starting March 4th, again, depending on when my NCLEX actually is. I don't know if I'm gonna end up telling people when I schedule it. Like, obviously you guys will know because I'm be recording it, but like live, I don't think I'm gonna tell, even if I do find out the date, just because I don't want anyone to be stressing me out. And what if I fail? Oh my god, what if I fail on the first time? Even though I took the comp predictor again, I have a 98% chance of passing on my first time, but still, what if I fail the first time? Yeah, exactly. I'm not telling nobody. I'm not telling anybody, because there's that 2%. And you know me and 2%. Okay, so yeah guys, that was my recap. That's where I've been, that's where I've been stressing out, and that's why you guys haven't seen me. And that is a story of how I got kicked out of nursing school and still graduated with a 4.0 GPA. Let's go. I'm fucking weak, bro. Great story. Like, I'm so happy. I love getting to the end of that story. I've told this story at this point so many times, and I'm so happy this is the last time I'm gonna ever fucking tell it. I know the bitches were choking. Bro, when I tell you, Kalandra, oh, that was her name. Kalandra did not come to the fucking graduation. Cause she didn't want to see this. She did not want to see this graduate. Okay? She was... Have you ever heard of the dean not coming to the graduation? What the fuck? Yo, that shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking jokes. Bro, I literally was like, where is she, bro? Because I wanted to see her. I wanted to literally look her in the eye while I was getting pinned. I was like, where's she at, bruh? Why I don't see her? Why is she not around, bruh? Nowhere to be seen. And the clinical teacher, she said you can come. She didn't come either. Yeah, we was all like, where is she at? She said she wouldn't come. She didn't come. We sent a picture of us in a group chat to her. She ain't say shit because she was like, oh, just a fucking flake for real. But she did help me create my resume. That got me the job. So shout out to her, even though she's weird. But still, shout out to her. And thank you for getting me back in the program so I can graduate. Thank you. So I still appreciate her for that, but you know, she's weird and I still don't, you know, fully trust. But it's fine. But it's fine because I don't need to anymore. I graduated. thank you guys for being here with me in this funny story time, this crazy story time. Let me know your feelings, your thoughts, everything below, because it's so crazy, and I know it's such a long video, and I appreciate you for watching it because it was so crazy and insane. My life, gotta love it. Anyway, shop by Jania if you want to support me, if you want to give me a graduation gift. This is the best gift you can give me and yourself, honestly, for real. This is the best hair oil on the market. It's all natural Ayurvedic herbs infused, and yeah, all the stuff. It's all the information's on the website, byjania.com. And if you guys use the code TYSBABY, which is BB, TYSBB, you guys get some percentage off, and I think free shipping, something like that. So yeah, check that out. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go now, but finally you guys are updated. Oh my gosh, because I am so tired. I'm so tired of being quiet and feeling the urge to like speed you up to date and stuff. And I filmed vlogs last year, obviously, but literally I was looking through my YouTube, and I literally posted 8 videos last year. That's sick. That's sick. The year before, I think I posted 22 or something like that. That's at least 2 videos a month. This year, what the fuck happened? I don't even know. Well, I know. I literally know. Can't wait to bring you guys on this new journey of me being a nurse, RNT. Oh my god, it's so crazy. I can't wait to actually put my effort into my YouTube again, be able to see you guys, watch you guys comment and all this stuff, take you guys on vlogs, show you guys some more content, hair stuff, business stuff, behind the scenes stuff, maybe a move out series, new car, new everything. I don't know, who knows, but anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.